Hey everybody, it's time for another Captain's Foley Star Trek product review. Today, of course, we're going to be looking at the Klingon Disruptor from Diamond Select and Asylum. This I've had for some time, and I've been meaning to do this review for some time, but just haven't got around to it until today. So, thanks you for being patient with me. So this was something I've wanted for a while because I really like the design of this weapon, but the price is a little much, to be honest, for what it is. It's a $60 toy, and yeah, I'm going to basically read you this information, which is going to be like a mini Trekyards episode for you guys. Basically a Trekyards fact file just on the Disruptor. Very condensed fact file, but a brutal weapon for a brutal race. The Klingon Disruptor is a Type 3 disruptor weapon, capable of exciting the molecule bonds in a target, resulting in tissue damage in living beings and a very painful death. This action replica of the legendary sidearm includes electronic lights and sound effects that mimic the screen-used weapon. Trek Tech action replicas are full-scale toys molded after original Star Trek props for maximum authenticity. The Asylum Diamond Select guys are awesome at this. I have the science tricorder. I still need the medical tricorder and the geological survey tricorder, but I've got the communicator. I've got a bunch of their phasers. I got a bunch of their ships as well, and including their Mini-Mates ship, which I showed off in my one Captain's Log video. So, anyway, this is the back of the box. Great picture of the weapon. The front of the box, there is, of course, no weapon in here at the moment, but we'll get to that in just a second. Nothing really fancy about the edging. Star Trek and Klingon Disruptor. And yeah, so let's look at the actual weapon itself. Here it is. It's a great looking weapon. I really, like I said, I wanted this for some time, and I was lucky enough to get it from my wife last Christmas. So I've had it for quite a while, and to be honest, it looks amazing, but I was a little underwhelmed, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But it's got some great detailing on it. It looks very used and very beat up and weathered, much like a Klingon weapon probably would. So that's very cool. You see all these little plugs here where the screws go. So if you flip it over to the other side, of course those aren't there on this side, so this is more show side. There's the tip. There's the top of it. Now, this is the selector switch. It's got 3 settings. We'll get into those in just a second. Some interesting detailing on here. I mean, I will likely end up weathering this and making it look a little bit more realistic. Maybe add some rusts, paint, and whatnot. But the grip is very interesting. There is no trigger here per se. The trigger is actually this button right here. And so the way you hold this weapon is like so. It's you just slide your hand in there, and it looks like it'd be very comfortable, but it's not. It tends to dig into your hand here, so I guess the Klingons aren't for comfort, but maybe if I had a little bit smaller hand, I don't know. But anyway, I'll set it on the first setting, which is that sound effect. I don't know if that's a stun setting or what. There were no instructions that came with this. It was just this in the box, and of course you see the emitter flash there. Set it to the middle setting. That's like a full auto mode, because if you hold the trigger down it keeps going off. The other 2 modes don't do that. And then the last mode is probably a disintegrate mode, I would imagine. That sounds most like it did in Star Trek 3. So, and that's it. for settings on this thing. So like I said, it was a little underwhelming. It's not quite as good as the Federation phasers. And the main reason I say that is the Federation phasers have a little bit more variety to them. There's usually like 5 or 6 settings, and there's also an overload where you can hold the button down and it'll build up to an overload and then explode. This doesn't have it. You would think a Klingon weapon would, however it does not. So that's it for this review, guys. It's just a quick review on the Klingon Disruptor from Asylum. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing many more of these reviews for different products. If there's anything in particular you want to see me do, please leave it in the comments below. I will, if I have it in my collection, I'll gladly do it for you. And if I don't, I'll try to get one and see what I can do for you guys. All right, I think that's about it. Thank you for tuning in, guys. This is Captain Foley from Trekyards signing off. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel, as there's going to be a lot more of this stuff. And there's always awesome Star Trek stuff on this channel, as well as other stuff. So definitely worth subscribing so you can stay in the loop. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Captain Foley signing off.